Yeah, I think personally the first thing that came to mind in terms of the differences between, because Ro and I met around like 2011, 10, around that time. And I think the main difference for me between then and now is the content piece. We didn't have to have cameras all around everywhere. We literally could exist and still do our thing, like go to parties, go to studios together. We didn't have to worry about having a camera with us everywhere to show the world what we was doing. So that's a big difference for me because I'm a lot more. I, if we speaking in the past, I was a lot more standoffish than Ro is or was, and I just had to learn to not be so standoffish and to allow people to get to know me a little bit more. That's the main difference for me. What about you?
Man, same thing. I'll say the difference then, you actually had to be cool in real life. On top of the fact that you had to be everything that you said that you was, you had to actually be talented. You had to actually sing. You had to actually go in the studio and produce the songs and find the right producer, find the right engineer. And it was a lot of networking and meeting people, but also a lot of the people that in that era, that time, were all aspiring. So it was all something, us being together created a synergy, and it pushed us all into our own directions, but still together. So I'll say the difference between then and now is just like, again, like you said, we didn't have to live under the microscope, and now you kind of like grow under the microscope, and without showing people the process, they kind of don't tap in unless you show them every aspect of what you're doing. And we come from the bridge era where it's like we're watching the greats kind of create um, a mystery around their art and preserve the authenticity and the actual real synergy of what that creative process is versus showing you every aspect so you can dissect it and pick it apart and decide if you like it or not and make a comment on it. But it really wasn't like that then, so you were able actually to grow and be. So I feel like now, yeah, we live under the microscope, but at the same time,
It's
when you're
like
already dope, and you
yeah,
just
that's what I was about to say. When you naturally are who you are, you confident in who you are. It's like I don't really mind the microscope because it's like, nigga, you just seeing exactly who I am. You just seeing, no mask, no fake things. This is what I do on a daily basis. This is how I live on a daily basis. This is how I create on a daily basis. And it really forces you to be a lot more honest. Like, all right, I don't want to show people no lies. I want to show them the truth of who I am. And I can't speak for everybody, but I know for us, we definitely want to be honest about who we are and not, show you a fake version, of who we are. So
well, we could have
yeah,
been did
we
that.
could have did that
Trust
for
me.
sure.